welcome to this, and as most of you noticed, there wasn't a video yesterday. Why? Because even with Punk, that could not save that wretched show called NXT. I really don't care about NXT. Look at the ratings, no one cares about NXT. I don't care about NXT. NXT can go away. Yes, 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 and yes. So no NXT! I might find something else to do in its place. I don't know. I did watch it. Punk was awesome. Michael Cole was awesome in that role. He would get old fast, and he was like that on Raw as well, even that much of it. But it was definitely funny. Definitely added a little bit to it, but you know, did not save the show for me. Sorry, but we had this show, which I actually got to watch last night, but just didn't feel like doing the review. So we'll do it tonight. So here we go. We started the show off kind of hyping where we left off last week with Delirious and Austin Aries, and them telling everyone that we're going to get a cage match with Delirious and Austin Aries at the end of the night. We had match one in the first match, the opening match, which this I liked. I liked the idea of doing this, which was the Embassy versus the Dark City Fight Club. Here you have, you know, not a big name guys, but these are guys that are normally on Ring of Honor. You're not using, while I like, for example, the Super Smash Brothers, they're not guys that are constantly, that you normally see in Ring of Honor, so they're guys that I don't want to see in long matches with teams that are in Ring of Honor like we saw last week. I'd much rather see this, where we had the Embassy taking on the Dark City Fight Club, and a good, I would say, TV match. Pretty good TV match. Went long. Of course, if you watch any of these shows, you know that the matches usually go long. They don't have any commercials, so they can just go like they want. And they probably go long anyways. It was good. I thought that, you know, you had Power Team. You know, the one thing I will say is Necro definitely was a one-trick pony. And Eric Stevens, whoever told Eric Stevens that he needed to shrink up, that was a bad mistake. The thing about Eric Stevens was A, the Mohawk, and B, the fact that he, you know, that he had that he just looked huge. Even though he wasn't huge, he looked huge. It's kind of like Taz. Taz looked much bigger than he actually was, and even when he was in there with bigger guys than him, you still got the idea, because of how he looked, that he was a badass. I think Eric Stevens, as he is now, doesn't look like a badass. I think that he needs to gain back some of that power and muscle and not be as lean. You know, it made him look different. It gave him a bit, just some personality just as he walked out, because he looked like a pro wrestler. He was like, ooh, who is this guy? And now he doesn't have that, so there we go. Match was good, like I said. Some good tag team stuff from Dark City Fight Club, and when Eric Stevens was in there with either guy, the match was pretty good. So, nice little opener, I felt. Then we got more Delirious and Delirious and Austin Aries stuff, which was pretty good. Just kind of hyping up the main event, which was nice. It was nice for them to see them hype up the main event, like, oh look, it's a main event. This is what we're gonna do, which led to Kyle Durden with Austin Aries in a pretty good promo, hyping it up some more, which was also nice. Then we got Colt Cabana in a squash match. I know some people don't like the squash matches on the show. I like them. I think they have their place, particularly when you're talking about a guy like Colt Cabana. I think it puts a guy's moves over. It makes the guy look better than what he is, and so there you go. Then Steve Corino came out with a fork and a suit, which led to Colt chasing him with the fork, which was kind of funny. From there, we got video packages, and some pretty good video packages. We got a video package from Glory by Honor, which was nice. Showed a lot of highlights of the matches, explained the fact that we had new tag team champions. We had a new world champion. Kind of explained that whole match, and then at the end, they showed Homicide, who of course would not have been in the company when these episodes were taped. So this was a good way to put him on, and hopefully they do some interviews with him as time goes on and splice him into the show so that now he can be kind of in the show. So that would be good. They did a recap of the Davey Richards interview. I've now seen the interview too much. I don't want to see the interview anymore. Thank you, Ring of Honor. Then we saw Sarah Del Rey come out. She had a squash match. This was a nice little, you know, Sarah Del Rey killing bitches. I'm fine with this. It's a nice little, you know, added type of thing. I would like to see them at least bring in one more girl other than, Daisy Hayes, to have matches with women, just so you can have something a little different. I think that would be good. Then they announced the main event for next week, which was Roderick Strong and the House of Truth taking on Christopher Daniels and the Briscoe brothers. 6-man. I like 6-man. I think that's one of the things that Raw and TNA probably don't do enough for main events, are tag teams and 6-man main events, because I think for television, when you do them right, I think they really, really do fit. Which led to the cage match between Delirious and Austin Aries. This was, I would say this is definitely the best match they've had, but it was in a cage, so you would expect it. They did a lot of good stuff. This was a good TV cage, just a very good TV cage match, I thought. Not anything great. It wasn't pay-per-view quality. Well, it was close to pay-per-view quality. Had a very innovative ending, which I think people should see. Delirious did go over, but then Aries and the Midnight Express attacked Delirious, laid Delirious out, basically writing Delirious off the show, since he's now the booker, so that was kind of good too. Everything on the show I thought worked. Well, I don't think it was a great show. I think it was a good show. I thought that they went out there and did what they needed to do. And this is more of the kind of format I would like to see. I would like to see some good tag team wrestling on every show, a couple of squash matches, and then maybe a good main event. And put over, have the same guy, at least the same guys on, at least appear on the show, so that we get a better feel of just who are the Ring of Honor guys, because I think they do bring in too many just one-off guys, and just like, oh, that guy, well, I never saw that guy again, type of thing. I definitely think that goes on a lot. I don't think that's good, but I did think this was a fairly good show. I think it served its purpose. You had some good, episodic television, and that the episode before led to this episode, and and then they put over the fact of the whole Davey Richards, listen to me, Davey Richards, listen to me, Roderick Strong and Daniels kind of thing, so that you at least get an idea of where they're going starting next week. So that should be good. So yeah, liked the show. Thought the show was pretty good. Not great, but I don't expect, it doesn't have to be great all the time. But I think this is a good, to me, baseline show, and I think that the other shows should always try to. I think this is about as what the average show should be like, and I think that a lot of the good and great shows should be better than this, and I think that often, I think the baseline shows should be about as bad as it gets. Just my opinion. But there we go. With that, I'm out. Have a good one.